When a crisis hits, something strange happens to people. A switch flips inside their brains. The calm, everyday person you know disappears. They are replaced by someone driven by a deep, primal fear. This isn't a judgment, it's just how we are wired. The modern world has made us soft. We are used to everything being available all the time. But when that system is threatened by a storm, a power outage, or something worse, the thin layer of civilization cracks. People don't think logically, they react. They go into a panic mode that tells them to grab everything they can right now before it's all gone. This panic creates a wave. It starts small. A few people hear the news and head to the store. Then their neighbors see them loading up their cars and get the same idea. Social media lights up with pictures of empty shelves. Suddenly, everyone is rushing to the store at once. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The very first thing to vanish from store shelves is always water. Always. It doesn't matter what the crisis is. This is the one item that people instinctively know they cannot live without. You can go for weeks without food, but you can only last a few days without water. Your body is mostly water. Every function, from thinking to digesting food, when people panic, their lizard brain screams at them to get water. If you found this first tip useful, do me a solid and hit that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense survival advice. It helps me keep bringing you the information that can make a real difference when things go sideways. The reason for this is simple survival math. The average person needs about 1 gallon of water per day. That's for drinking, basic sanitation. Now multiply that by the number of people in your family, then multiply that by the number of days you think the crisis might last. The numbers get big fast. A family of 4 would need 28 gallons just to get through 1 week. Most people don't have that much stored at home, so when disaster looms, they rush to buy it. They are trying to make up for a complete lack of preparation, and they are all trying to do it at the exact same time. You cannot rely on your tap water in a major emergency. The power could go out, stopping the pumps that bring water to your house. A flood or earthquake could break water mains. The water supply could become contaminated. Having a safe, private stash of water is not a luxury, it's a necessity. This is your number one priority. Right after the water is gone, people scramble for food. Not just any food. They aren't grabbing fresh vegetables or gourmet cheese. They're going for things that will last. Food that doesn't need a refrigerator or freezer. Canned goods are the king. Canned soups, canned vegetables, canned meats, tuna and chicken, canned fruits, pre-cooked and stored in protective containers, can sit in your pantry for years. Easy crisis food. You just need a can opener. Next, dry goods. Pasta, rice beans, huge bags vanish from the shelves. Cheap, packed with calories, last if kept dry. A big bag of rice can feed a family a long time, fuel for hard work or staying warm. Also, oatmeal, flour, sugar, basic building blocks for meals, comfort and a sense of normalcy. The baking and pasta aisles look wrecked. Comfort foods matter. Peanut butter jelly crackers, granola bars, dried fruit, easy to eat, no prep, quick energy. Peanut butter, protein, and fat keeps you full. Kids will eat it. It makes a cracker feel like a meal. People buy these to keep morale up, not just survive. Key takeaway, shelf stability. Anything that lasts a year in a pantry will vanish. People know the grid is fragile. The fridge could become an insulated box, so they buy food that doesn't depend on electricity. Once people have secured their immediate needs for water and food, their minds turn to the dark. The fear of being without power is a big one. Our modern lives depend completely on electricity. No light, no heating, no cooling, no way to charge our phones. So the next things to fly off the shelves are anything that can create light or power. Batteries are at the top of this list, AAACD. People grab them by the handful to power their flashlights, radios, other small devices. The battery display at the checkout counter will be stripped bare. Flashlights, lanterns. Most people might have 1 or 2 lying around the house, but they often have dead batteries or are hard to find. In a panic, people buy new ones, and they buy several. They want one for every room and one for every family member. LED lanterns, which can light up a whole room, are especially popular. Candles are another old-school item that makes a huge comeback. Cheap, simple, provide both light and a small amount of heat. Lighters, matches, grime. People realize that without a way to make a flame, Their new candles and camp stoves are useless. Beyond light, people think about power for their essential devices. Portable power banks for charging phones become incredibly valuable. People want to stay connected to get news and contact loved ones. A charged phone is a lifeline. Any power bank, especially the larger ones, will be sold out. Small generators might be available at hardware stores, but they are expensive and will be the first things to go. After the big three of water, food, and power are addressed, people start thinking about the less obvious but equally critical items: health and hygiene. A crisis is not the time you want to get sick or deal with a minor injury that becomes a major infection. First aid supplies are one of the first things to go. Adhesive bandages, antiseptic wipes, antibiotic ointment, ibuprofen, acetaminophen. They are building makeshift trauma kits. Any prepackaged first aid kit will be gone in an instant. Emergency services will be overwhelmed. People will have to be their own first responders. Next up, personal hygiene. Staying clean prevents spread of disease, especially when many people are living in close quarters or sanitation systems are down. Toilet paper, the most famous example. We all remember the shortages. People hoard it because the thought of running out is deeply unpleasant. Wet wipes, hand sanitizer, soap, toothpaste, these items make you feel human and help keep germs at bay. Feminine hygiene products, tampons, pads. Don't forget about medications. Anyone who relies on a prescription medication will rush to the pharmacy to get a refill. They know that a disruption in the supply chain could mean they can't get the medicine they need to live. This creates long lines and can empty pharmacy shelves of even common over-the-counter drugs. Cold and flu medicine, allergy pills, stomach remedies, the clever. They are thinking ahead about the kinds of common illnesses that could pop up and become much more serious when a doctor is not available. The lesson here is that being prepared means thinking about your total well-being. It's not just about having a full belly, it's about staying healthy and clean. Prepare now, stay calm, and you will be ready for whatever comes your way. You will be safe and comfortable at home, not fighting crowds in a panic. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and have an amazing day.